Alright, hello everyone. I think we are live. Hopefully this is all working well. Um, yeah, so how is everyone doing? Hope you're all alright. Just trying to fiddle around with something here. It's doesn't seem to be working correctly. I'm just trying to hide something. There we go. Alright, so there we go. So today is all about the weight loss accountability challenge. I am currently, as of this morning, sitting around 96 and a half, which is where I have been for, to be honest, like the last 2 weeks. To be honest, last week I just got slightly under. I got to like 95.9, but now this week I'm 96 and a half. So yeah, it's not ideal. I've sort of been stuck at this 95, 96 for a few weeks, which sort of makes sense because that is the lowest I have been for a long time, to be honest. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but what can you do? So I've been hitting the gym a bit more this week because, like I said, last week was half term, so I was quite busy during that week. So I wasn't really sticking to the program that much, but now everything's back to normal. So this morning, so from now till Christmas, I should be able to lock in, stay consistent with it, and hopefully get back on track. I think my original goal of 85 kilograms by Christmas is probably out the window now, because I don't think I can lose 10 more kilograms in like 6 weeks. But I think if I get back on it, I should be able to get down to maybe 90 before Christmas, which will still be about 10 kilograms lower than when I started. So if that is the case, I'd be very happy with that. But we will see indeed. I just need to get back into the good habits. Like for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I haven't been tracking my calories as well as I should have been. So yeah, I need to get back on that. I need to start calorie counting properly. I need to start doing the work because, to be honest, I've been slacking a bit, which isn't ideal. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully I'll be able to get back on it. We'll see. Alright, so how is everyone this morning? It's a nice cold Sunday morning here in the UK. And yeah, winter is definitely here. It's like less than 10 degrees. I think this morning it was 3 degrees, which is pretty chill. Good morning, Finn. Oh, you've joined in on the challenge. That is good to hear. What weight are you currently at and what are you aiming for? It's the route I'm doing today is Climber's Gambit. Shouldn't take too long, maybe an hour and 10 minutes perhaps, I'm not really sure. But you can see the elevation profile at the bottom. It's pretty flat until we get to a pretty big climb at the end, so we'll see how it goes. Not too hard, I don't think. Last week was 88.8, now 87.8. That's not bad, a kilogram off. 83, 82 by Christmas. Yeah, I think that's realistic. 5 kilograms by Christmas, not too bad. 75 or lower is the real goal. Yeah, I would love to be 75. God, it would make Zwifting a whole lot easier, especially going up all the hills. Alright, I'm gonna put my fans on. Getting a bit hot already, and we've only just started. I'm still trying to work on my overlays for this stream. It's a bit annoying. I'm just trying to get them all to show up in the correct places. So I'm just sort of, if I'm not like 100% paying attention, it's probably because I'm fiddling with that. $75 is still overweight for me. Not been under 80 in years, so not setting the goal too low. Yeah, I know where you're coming from there. I've not been under 95 since I was like 21, I think, so yeah, it's not ideal, is it? But that's what this is all about, just sticking to the challenge, sticking to the weight loss, getting the hard work done, because, you know, if we all stick together, hopefully we'll be able to do it. It's very hard to do on your own, that's for sure. Right, trying to adjust the chat, but not working. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I've managed to make it a tiny bit smaller. That might be better. Let me move that into the corner. Alright, so we've got 8 people currently viewing. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Are you all also in the weight loss accountability challenge? It'll be good if you are, because we all stick together here, give each other encouragement, help everyone stay focused on the challenge ahead. Right, so for me this ride is just going to be nice and chill, zone 2, keep the heart rate low, keep the average power reasonably low. You should create a meetup ride. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll need to look into doing that actually, because get everyone on the chat into this. That'd be quite a good idea actually. I'll have to look into how to do it. I know some other YouTubers do that. Yeah. Good idea, thank you James. I'll definitely probably do that from next week. I need to write it down, otherwise I'll forget to do it as well. Alright, meet up from next week. See if people are keen to join. So Tuesday is the Zwift Racing League, start off round 2, so that should be pretty good. We're starting off with a team time trial on TikTok route, so it's incredibly flat, so that should be pretty fun. It's always good to do the Zwift Racing League. Last time was round 1, that was the first time I'd ever done it. I had a good time. Yeah, it's flat but long. Yeah, Finn, you're right. I think it's about 40 kilometers, which is a very long time trial. But it'd be quite good to see how the legs are, because at the end of round 1, I didn't really keep riding as much as I should have. So hopefully I still have some good power, we'll see. But on the upside, I'm still a kilogram down from where I was at the end of last season. So it'll be good. Anyway, I'll be able to put my weight in as 95 hopefully, rather than 96. Whew. 36k, getting stronger since round 1, so should be fine. Should be fun, yeah, definitely. There's not so many hilly courses this round. Round 1, I think it was round 1 race 5 was, I think, one of the hilliest races I've ever done. There's like 600 meters of climbing in that one, but nothing quite so bad this round. So it's not going to be so hard, I don't think. It'd be nice to win a race this season, well, this round. because last time the closest I came was 7th, which I was very happy with actually. But maybe if I can get a podium on the race, I'll be really happy. So this route, Climber's Gambit, got a big climb at the end. I think it's like 500 meters of elevation gain. So all this flat beforehand is really just a warm up for that. I'm not planning on like smashing the climb at all. This is literally just zone 2. Keep legs spinning, keep chatting. Finn has to skip the hillier ones as they end too late and needs to get to sleep before work the next morning. Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure what time my ones start actually, because the clock's changed in the UK, so I haven't figured out whether the races start an hour earlier or an hour later. That's something I need to check actually. But yeah, still very much looking forward to that. It should be good to get some racing in, that is for sure. Alright, it's currently 9:16 in the morning here in the UK. Hopefully I should get this finished by 10:30 maybe. Then get some breakfast. Well, second breakfast really, because I ate before this, which is what you're supposed to do for a long workout, or a long ride, isn't it? Otherwise you'll end up feeling rubbish by the end of it. I don't have any snacks to eat during this, which is probably okay, because it's not too long. I don't think I'll need anything, but we'll see. If I'm feeling terrible by the end, then I know it's a mistake. Oh, whoops, I just knocked my microphone out. Alright, let's get out of the seat for a bit. Whew. God, this is getting steep. And I only have it on 50% trainer difficulty. Alright, that was a bit of a steep section I wasn't expecting. Finn has a hill climb race on this hill in just under 3 hours. What race is that? Because that's not the biggest hill in the world, is it, that one? What is it, Zwift KOM? 2.5k at 1.8%. Yeah, not too bad. Whew. Alright, got a nice bit of downhill here. I quite like this elevation profile I've got going at the bottom. It's much better than the built-in Zwift one. You can actually see what's coming up. Heard Climber's Gambit Stage 2. Last week it was Titan Grove KOM reverse. Okay. So is that literally just you do the climb, that's it? Or is it like longer than that? Alright, nice bit of downhill here. Next week will be Mayan Mountainside and the week after Volcano KOM. Yeah, those don't sound like my type of race at all. Absolutely horrible. Give me a nice flat race and I'll be happy. Alright, you do a bit longer, starting the pens, but only that bit is, the only bit that counts is the segment. That's quite cool actually. So it's literally a hill climb, and then I guess you check your results on Zwift Power after. No drafting either, so you can be as slow as you want before and after. Yeah, that sounds quite fun actually. It's like a proper time trial, isn't it? A hilly time trial. I might give one of those a go. It sounds quite fun actually. Maybe that'll be my midweek racing after the Zwift Racing League is over. So who else have we got in the chat today? 7 viewers. Give yourself an introduction in the chat and I'll say hi. When's the next triathlon? Asks James. Oh, probably next year, but I don't plan on doing anything as intense as this year's triathlon. This year I did a half Ironman and that was hard, so I'm not sure if I want to commit to doing that. I have signed up for a long bike ride. I'm doing the Dragon Ride in Wales, which is probably a lot harder than triathlon, to be honest. It's 290 kilometers with 4,500 meters of climbing, so that's my big event for next year. Dragon Ride in Wales, probably gonna absolutely ruin me, but it'll be fun. That's next June or next July, I can't remember when. So I've got about half a year to get myself ready for that. But I'll probably do a smaller triathlon, like a sprint triathlon or something like that, because I am part of the triathlon club, so I'll at least do the local triathlon, which is a 5k run, a 20 kilometer bike ride and a 400 meter swim or something. I'll definitely do that because I don't really need to train for that. But yeah, I did enjoy the triathlons, but not too sure if I'll be able to fit a long one in next year. Oh, 10 viewers. Hello everyone. Hope you're not too bored by me in this really random ride. So yeah, for everyone who's just joined, this is the weight loss accountability stream. So I'm doing a challenge where I started in September trying to lose weight before Christmas. When I started I was about 102. I've got myself down to about 96. The original goal was to get to 85 before Christmas, but I don't think that's happening. So my secondary goal is 90 kilograms. So everyone in the chat, put in what your goals are and we'll all give each other support and hopefully crush the goals. Good morning, Thomas. Morning from New Jersey. New Jersey, that's near New York, isn't it? All I remember about New Jersey is everyone on How I Met Your Mother taking the piss out of everyone from New Jersey because they're not from New York, but I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, my knowledge of American places is not so good, as you may have figured out. Oh, we've got a big pace group coming through now. Should I try and stick with them for a while? Probably not, because that's definitely above my zone 2. But it's a huge group. Goes on and on, doesn't it? Oh, I'm going off a different way anyway. Alright, that was fun while it lasted. Good morning, Gavin. Have you tried Mower as opposed to Zwift? I haven't actually. I might do it one day, but I signed up for the whole year of Zwift in the end, so I don't really need to try it, but maybe at some point I'll give it a go. I don't really know what the difference is. All I've heard about it from online, it's just like a emptier version of Zwift, so I'm not really sure what to make of it. It's free, isn't it, Mower? I know there's a few more, like Indie Velo's one as well, but yeah, apart from Zwift, I don't really know. I was paying for Trainer Road for a bit, but that's quite expensive as well, so I cancelled that. I was going to give Exer to go as well, but yeah, I don't think any of them are really that helpful considering what I'm trying to do at the moment is just lose weight, so I don't think I need a complicated training program to just tell me to do lots of easy rides. Alright, this is a bit of up and down here. Still about halfway to go before the main climb. Got the elevation profile on the bottom. You can see it's mostly flat until that bit. So yeah, saving my legs for that. My dad just used the tax app, but I much prefer the social aspect of Zwift. Yeah, Zwift is quite good, having actual other people to be with. Like I used to use Trainer Road, and that is just pretty much just like a spreadsheet in front of you, isn't it? Like graphs and numbers. But yeah, it doesn't exactly keep you engaged. But I guess if you don't need the social aspect, then so be it. I'll be honest, like, doing the training program is great and all, but I've never really pushed myself as hard as I do in Zwift races. Whew. Alright, got the heart going quite well now. 143 beats per minute. Still pretty chill level. As long as it doesn't go over like 160, I'm still pretty comfortable. Tax uses real recordings from outside, so you can ride the actual rides all over the world, but it still often looks wrong as they're recorded on a motorcycle. Fair enough. I imagine that's just a motorcycle going really slowly. That must look weird to all the people around. It's like, why is this guy going so slow? Oh, so when you're cycling, the car's passing you going the other way, go super slow. Yeah, I guess because they just slowed down the footage. That's quite strange. Wonder why they didn't just put it on a cyclist to actually ride round. Very strange. Oh, I'm getting quite sweaty actually. Motorcycle with right camera equipment makes for steadier footage. Yeah, that makes sense as well. I guess they want to make it look as good as possible, don't they? I don't know, I still think I'd prefer the social part of Zwift. It's cool seeing other cyclists cycling around the world, isn't it? God, this is quite a climber run at the moment. It's not very steep, it just goes on quite a bit. So do you guys use what's it called? Source for Zwift. I'll show you how I've got it set up. So you can see the elevation profile at the bottom. If I get rid of that, you can see how it's supposed to look without it. Like, this is what Zwift looks like normally. You've got nothing interesting at the bottom. Then when I turn Source of this Zwift on, you've got the elevation profile at the bottom. You've also got a different map, which is quite nice. The map which shows more, and you can sort of adjust it, which is quite nice. But I think the best part is the elevation profile at the bottom. You can see where you are on your route, which I think for racers especially is going to be pretty useful, because standard Zwift doesn't do that, and it's pretty horrible. Even though they said they were supposed to update it, I think they did, but still wasn't very good. Alright, zone 2, keeping it nice and chill. 169 watt average. pretty nice and solid. This is what Zone 2 is all about, just making sure you can still talk while riding. Otherwise you're going too hard, I think. Can't believe how close it is to Christmas, only 2 months. A bit less than that, in fact. This year has gone really, really quickly. I think next year I'm probably going to get myself a new smart trainer, because this one is on the end of its life. It's lasted almost 3 years, which is pretty good, to be honest, because it was a really cheap one. Back in the day when I bought it, it was about £400, and back then most smart trainers were a lot more than that, so it was pretty much as cheap as you can get. But now the erg mode doesn't work, it just does what it wants, so I literally just use it for resistance and then get the power data from my bike's power meter, which is fine really. At least it means my power is exactly the same as it will be outside. But yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to get. I do want to get one which goes up and down when you go up and down the hills, but those are so expensive. You either have to get yourself a full bike setup like the Wahoo, no, it's not the Kicker, is it? It's the Wahoo bike, I'm not sure. But that's the one which tilts up and down. Or you can get yourself the Wahoo Kicker Climb, but that only works with Wahoo trainers, which is annoying. And the Wahoo trainers are pretty expensive for what they are. I was also looking at the Jet Black Victory. That seems to be the best value one, but I don't believe that works with any of the climbing setups, like the ones which adjust the height of the front. So yeah, it's pretty hard to get a perfect setup, isn't it? Like what I've got now works fine, but if I'm going to upgrade it, I need to get a new actual feature, which is probably going to be the climbing thing, because I think that makes Zwift a whole lot more immersive, and it makes your position vary a bit, which will be nice, because then you're not always putting the same pressure points onto the seat, if that makes sense. Right, let's get out the seat for a bit, do some climbing. I think this is the last little climb before a lot of flat, before the last major climb. Elite makes a similar thing to the Kicker Climb. Yeah, I saw that. That's the Elite Riser, isn't it? I was looking at that. It's about £700-800 here in the UK. It's proper expensive. But then again, the Wahoo smart bikes are like £3,000, so yeah, I don't think you really get a cheap setup if you want the climbing features. Maybe I'll have a look on eBay, see if there's any good second-hand ones. What about a rocker plate? Good question. They work left to right, don't they? Like my current trainer wobbles quite a lot to left, so if you look at the bike it moves quite a lot left to right, but the up and down ones, the climbing things, move like, how do you put it, like the front will move up and down, won't they? So I don't think a rocker plate will help me that much, because I already move quite a lot side to side, but I don't know if any rocker plates go forward and back. A rocker plate is probably quite an easy thing to do, actually. Probably don't even have to buy one, you can probably just make one. Alright, almost at the top of this little climb. I haven't really considered a rocker plate, to be honest, but maybe I will. Alright, that was a nice bit of work there to get up this one. Had to put some proper power down for a bit. 3:16, not too bad. Some people are doing this like 1.5 minutes. They're really going for it. Alright, nice bit of downhill now, and then we've got a huge climb at the end. Finn did it in 2:51 in the hill climb race, was my PR. That's pretty quick. Whew, not bad at all. They do check out the KOM cycling or SRB. What's SRB? I don't think I've heard of that one. SRB. Right, I'm going to use my aero for no good reason because I'm not racing anyone, but I still want to use it. Thomas, I have a rocker pod. Is it worth it? Is it good for the money? I think some of the smart trainers are really quite stiff compared to my one, because my one wobbles quite a lot compared to some. Like, there's proper left to right movement, and it's not like I'm on a soft surface either. Alright, burnt 306 calories this ride, not too bad at all. I had a pretty big breakfast as well before this. I had a huge bowl of oats. I actually got myself some protein oats, which are quite nice. Got little bits of chocolate chip in them, and that's like 800 calories, so hopefully by the end of this I'll have burnt that all off, and then I'll be able to have a nice second breakfast. It's Sunday, so we're having a roast today, so looking forward to that. A rocker pot. Oh, it's a company here in the States. Okay. How much is it? Okay, send you a pic of my setup later. Nice, cheers. Legs are feeling quite good today, actually. I'm sitting on like 200 watts, no problem whatsoever. I hope my legs feel this good on Tuesday during the race. Last week I was doing loads of squats in the gym, and it felt terrible after. I was aching for days, and that's because I stopped doing it for like a week, and then when you start doing it again, it just hurts. It's ridiculous. I got ChatGPT to build me a cycling and strength training plan, and to be honest I thought it'd be a bit rubbish, but it's really been quite good, to be honest, because you can tell it that you've got a race on Tuesday, for example, and it'll adjust it so that you're fresh for Tuesday, and then put all your strength training before that, so it gives you time to recover. I was actually really impressed. It was better than something I could have built myself. Finn says, our team captain just published a plan for the team time trial, and my task is to sit in. That's probably going to wreck me already. I mean, at least you'll be fresh for the end, maybe, if it's just sitting in. Like, that's such a flat route on Tuesday, so I guess it's all the bigger guys just taking control, isn't it? That's probably going to be my job, actually. Probably be doing a lot of work on Tuesday. Teammates are stronger. Fair enough. I think it's quite important to have a pretty well balanced team, isn't it? Like, you can't all be huge powerhouses. You need some climbers, some punchy people, because it's quite a good variety of courses this season. Me pulling would make no sense. I do quite like that Zwift Racing League is still done on the old scoring system, or the old ranking system, with the watts per kilogram instead of racing score, because at least you know that you should be able to stick with everyone if it's all set up correctly. Right, let's do some out to sea. Whew. I'm in DCAT. My teammate's near the top of DCAT. I'm a bit further down. Well, if you get down to your goal, you probably be into. If you get down to your C goal, you probably be in. If you get down to your weight goal, you probably be in C category. Is what I was trying to say. So yeah, I started in D category back when I first started Zwifting. God, that was ages ago, like 2-3 years ago. I've been trying to get to B, but it hasn't happened. But hopefully soon. I think I have the power for C cat. I just don't have the weight for it yet. But I mean B cat. I think I have the power for B cat, but not the weight for it. God, my speech is getting terrible. Maybe it shows I'm getting exhausted. Thomas says it's now the rocker indoor training, not SRB. Okay, fair enough. They're quite expensive for what they are, I think. They're over £100 for a rocker plate, I think. At least that's what I remember seeing online when I was looking at them. Finn be closer to the top of D. If I also get stronger while losing this weight, I'll be closer to C, I think. Yeah, fair enough. I think C category is quite hard to get out of, because D category is just like everyone, isn't it? And then C category is when you start getting a bit stronger, and then proper serious people are in B and A, like actual people who've been cycling a long time. C is for us normal people. Thomas's was 150 2 years ago. Okay, not so bad. Maybe they're a bit cheaper these days. Might have a look on eBay, see if there's any second-hand ones. FTP is 1.9 watts per kilogram right now. A long way to go. I think at the beginning, when you first start riding, you get a lot of power very quickly, so you might do quite well sooner than you expect. Have you ever considered competing in XC cyclocross? I actually did a cyclocross race a few weeks ago, and it was horrible. It was legit impossible, like full of mud, rocks in the way, logs, and I came dead last, and it was horrible. But it was really fun in a way. Like, my wheels got clogs full of mud, I had to stop and like get rid of it all, but it was really fun. It's just really hard. It's definitely not something you can get by just on power. It's all about skill, cyclocross. Like, I'd like to think I have pretty strong legs now, but these guys, just insane. Just flying away from me. I stuck with the pack for like half a lap. Beginner gains are real. Finn went from 1.5 to 1.9 like 2 months. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Now near the fitness I had in March 2020 before getting COVID. Yeah, it's sad that COVID does that to people, isn't it? I think I got quite lucky when I got COVID. I had it for like 3 or 4 days and then was fine after it. But I caught it like 2 years after everyone else had it, so maybe I got a weaker version of it. Alright, nice flat bit before the main climb starts. Finn had 3 months where he couldn't walk for longer than 10 minutes. Bloody hell. That's really bad. God, I didn't realise people got affected so much. That's horrible. Sorry you had to go through such horrible COVID. Yeah, not nice at all. Whew. I think I'm very close to finally getting the Tron bike. Like, 3 years after everyone else got it. But once I get that, I'm going to use it for like every race because it looks cool. That's why I do all of these easy rides on hilly routes, so I can get the last few thousand meters I need. Is it possible to check how many more meters I need to climb? Might do it this ride, or next one perhaps. 92. 46,000 meters. I've got 4,000 more meters to climb before I get it. Finn's got 27 kilometers of climbing. That's a lot. It takes a lot of work to get this bike, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Four times out the Zwift, very true. I'm going to do an out the Zwift attempt just before Christmas because I think I might be able to go sub 1 hour, which is my long-term goal. Last time I did it, I got 66 minutes, so I just need to shave 6 minutes off my personal best. But I think I need a few more kilograms off before I do that. Finn's done 3k of climbing in the last 10 days. Yeah, that's a lot actually. It's more than I've done, that's for sure. I'm not sure what climb this is. I feel like we're heading towards the area with the grade, but I hope this climb isn't the grade because the grade is horrible. Right, time to drag this map, which you can actually do on using Source for Zwift, but you can't do this on the regular one. That's the climb there, but I don't know enough about Zwift to be able to figure out what climb that is. But it doesn't look like the grade. The grade is way more curvy than that. Oh, Epic KOM. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't think it's going to be as big as I thought it was. I thought it was like 600 meters of climbing, but I've already done quite a lot, so maybe it's only 400 meters. $406 calories in, not too bad. 169 average power. This is nice zone 2 work. Whew. Right, so what I've been trying to set up in the last few streams is this subscribe account, which is in the bottom right. I don't know if you can see my mouse, maybe you can. But yeah, where it says 0 out of 5,000. But for some reason I can't get to update no matter what I do. It should be like 4,800. But for some reason it says 0. But God knows what I have to do to get that to actually work. I managed to get the chat to stay in the video, but even that, setting that up took a lot of work. But God knows why this sub count isn't working. Just thought it'd make like the stream a bit more interactive, because there's quite a lot of cool things I could set up, but it's just quite hard to figure it out. I was watching another Zwift YouTuber, and his stream you can type things in the comments and it plays like sound effects and stuff, which is quite funny. Oh god, what's his name? It's it completely escapes me, but if you watch a lot of Zwift you probably know who I'm talking about. I think one of them was a cowbell, which is a bit random, but I was watching that and it's pretty cool. So I was thinking of doing something like that. Right, here is the beginning of the climb. We'll see how bad this one is. I'm not going to go all out or anything like that. Try and keep the power, maybe like 200. Nice, easy, high zone 2. I've never seen that plane before. Have I just been not paying attention? I need to clean my bike. I've decided this bike is not going outside again for the rest of winter, so my job is to clean it, get it all set up for being indoors. I'm getting a bit stuffy actually. Oh, I need to blow my nose. Or you can make one. I got one because I had an injured hand and had no use of it for 3 months. Yeah, definitely. Getting a rocker plate would be, making one would be good. There's loads of wood in the shed which I might be able to use. Alright, here we go. Epic KOM. 6.3% for 6.3k. Now I believe this is a pretty steep one actually. Right, get out of the seat nice and early. I definitely prefer climbing out the saddle. I think all the strength training, all the squats and stuff definitely help for climbing out the saddle, because I mean, what is climbing really? At these low cadences, it's just like squatting over and over again. Climb in the hoods, wait no, climb in the drops, like Pantani. I have my trainer difficulty set to 50% because my gears are not very good for climbing, so I need some help. Alright, get into a nice seat bit here. Heart rate's nice and low, still in 140s. Pretty comfy I am. I think I'm definitely going to get this done in under 90 minutes, which is what I sort of assumed it would be. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes perhaps. That'd be good. I don't know that I'm like racing myself for time or anything, but honestly, I don't know why my legs feel quite so good today. It's very weird. Like I'm doing 230 watts and it feels like I'm just spinning. Maybe that's what happens when you don't ride intensely for like 3 weeks and then you come back. I just feel strong, but hopefully this will stay till I get through the Zwift Racing League. Alright, got a nice little bit of flat here before it gets steep again. Alright, this is the flat bit almost over before we get into a nice steep bit again. Only 5k to go. Alright, I'm going to get out of the seat again when it starts getting steeper. %? That's a bit much. Alright, my heart rate is going up a bit high. 160 is not zone 2 anymore. Let's settle it down. Alright, I got the heart rate down to 150. Much more comfortable. Oh, we've got a bit of downhill after this bit. Alright, let's get out of the saddle for a bit. Heart rate getting a bit too high again. Try to let it down to 140-ish. Alright, we get into a nice little bit of descent for a tiny bit, then back onto the climbing straight away. Alright, back onto the climbing. About halfway up the final climb, I reckon. And to be honest, I feel perfect. Like, legs aren't tired. I had quite a big breakfast before this, so I shouldn't be lacking on energy. Probably about 10 more minutes to go, I reckon. Oh, this hill just goes on and on. 2.6k. We are getting there. Great performances on Zwift lately. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's all the weight that's been coming off. I've gone from like low C to mid C at least, I think. 5 kilograms definitely makes a difference. Hopefully the form can continue in this round of the ZRL. That's the goal anyway. Alright, got a nice bit of downhill before the final climb. Or the final section of the final climb, I should say. Got from mid-C to low B. Yeah, that sounds horrible. When you're at the bottom of the category, it's brutal, isn't it? You just gotta try and hold on. And you know you're never probably gonna win a race for like another year until you get to the top of that category. Right, gonna get out the saddle for a bit. Less than 2k to go. This race is almost, well, this ride is almost done. Right, the gradient's going to ease off in a bit, then we're going to have a tiny bit of flat, then one last push.
one more flat bit and then push to the finish. Yeah, true. Almost done. Whether or not I'm actually going to push is another matter. Probably can keep it chill. Zone 2, no need to take too much out of the legs before Tuesday. One kilometre and we're done. Quite a nice ride this morning. Average power 185. Heart rate pretty low most of the time. Hello, Kess Leeds. Is that how you say it? I can't quite see it. Text is very tiny. Good morning. How are you doing? Yeah, this is the last 5 minutes probably. Been a pretty chill ride. Zone 2 mostly, so not missing much. But yeah, nice for you to join. Literally got the last like minute of this climb, and then a little bit of flat, and then it's over. So yeah, I've done about an hour and 20 minutes, 187 average power, aiming to keep the heart rate nice and low. So yeah, it's been alright. Pretty solid ride. Yeah, here we are, just flattening out. Then we've got a slight bit of downhill, then we're done. Right, now we're going downhill. "300 meters and then we are done." Let's keep the power on till the end. This is another route ticked off on Zwift, which is nice. Still miles away from having done all of them. Right, here's the banner, and we are going to be done. Yes, route complete. Love it. Alright, let's just is it a big downhill from here? I'm not sure. I might stay on till I get to the bottom of the descent, because it's 3 drops, isn't it? I don't know how long the descent is, but I can always use extra drops to spend some money on the bikes and whatnot. Good luck with the race on Tuesday. Thank you very much. You too. Hopefully it should be a good race. Here we go. I'll stop at the bottom of this. Alright, all done. Ooh, let's see what the average is for that ride. But 20 minutes, 220. Oh, that's not bad, considering I was barely even trying. 5 minutes, 235. 1 minute, 278. 5 seconds, 330. Yeah, not bad at all. Pretty chill one. Heart rate average 138. Not bad at all. Power average 185. That's pretty much spot on. That's where I was zone 2 goes. Alright, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll be back on Tuesday for Zwift Racing League race 1 of round 2. So that's in the evening. Not sure if it's 6:45 or 7:45. Now the clocks have changed, but if you look on my channel, you'll see when it is. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you're all doing well, and hope your weight loss is going well as well. Alright, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.